Good friend there, Alex Huff, performing that cover. That was, I don't know when that one was. That was actually from a live show. Actually, I think, yeah, because she had crashed the show with me and Aaron Wells, and I don't know if we had to convince her to do that cover live. I think she might have just straight up done it. I don't know. If you're somehow listening to that, if you're somehow listening to the show, Alex, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. I like to believe. I don't know. I sometimes like to think I'm right, depending on what it is. So, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you all are doing good, hanging in there, and just having a good old time. So, I have to say, long live Abby BK. She slayed. She definitely slayed there. That was really good. That was really cool. That was awesome. Awesome. Got to get her back here. Get her to do another show. She, I don't know if you guys ever got a chance to tune into the broadcast where we did the live and unplugged. That was a fun show. She performed her. I think she did her full album front to back. Her newest album, which I think it's called "Losing My Mind," or it could be. I don't know. I feel like there's a title track in there I'm missing. I don't know, but Losing My Mind is one of them. I Stood Still is another good one. That's a good one. What's another one off that album? Pretty One. It's another good one too. But yeah, there's a lot of great originals that she's put out. Wonder if I can convince her to put out the live cover, not covers, but the live renditions, the acoustic renditions of those songs, because they're really good. That'd be a lot of fun. I wonder if I can convince her to do that. That'd be cool. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, man. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a cover that I did a while back, and I produced this with Logic Pro. And I think there's some parts where
say systems are offline. This broadcast has been pre-recorded for listener purposes. Information such as weather reports and other events may no longer be relevant. Thanks for tuning in to the Wolf Den Network.
Let's go. This is your radio, your station.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Anytime, anywhere on your mobile devices.
You're tuned in to the Wolf Den Network.
All right, what is going on, everybody? I am Alec Wolf, and a few seconds here. I am going to fix something because we are getting a lot of echoing, as you can tell. There we go. Let me put that one like that. All right, this is a little better. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest this evening, Riley Fisher, once again.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, we got some great audio. Oh, yes. What do you think?
Much better.
Oh, yeah. All right. So maybe you guys can hear it in the background. Maybe you can't. I'm not sure. But we got a speaker tower going on in the background. And we got a interesting pile of cables sitting here on the floor. Riley was mentioning something very funny to me earlier, Riley. Because it's, we've brought this guy up on other shows and of course random shows. This is a vinyl show, by the way, a little off the record for you. But you want to bring up what we were talking about, the cable situation going on here?
Oh, well, we have a professor.
You guys know Brian Warwick. God, I can't even say the name right now. What's going on, man? I know you probably never have listened to any of the shows, but I don't know. But anyway, what's good?
Yeah, so we have a professor that is in charge of the music department, and they they are very particular about cables, and if they walked into Alec's room, they would definitely like call the police or something because the cable situation is a little out of hand. I told Alec that we would need to take a whole week, and because the cable situation that you can see is bad enough, but the one you cannot see behind the desk, that's pretty bad.
I was just going to ask you which one is worse, this one or the, you know.
I would say behind the desk makes me more anxious.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to fix that cable situation. Maybe I'll be brave and I'll post a picture. Oh, wait.
I don't know if you want to put yourself out there like that. Everyone will know.
Oh, somebody's going to find out and it'll get around to him and he'll just call me into his office one day or email me and be like, Alec, we need
He's
to
going to
meet.
have one of his classes take a whole class day to come, and they're going to learn how to do the cables with yours.
Oh no. Like, here's a good example. It shows the actual recording studio. Here's a really bad example. Alec, we're coming over. Oh no. It was, it's very funny because we got this console in 2020 and I was carrying it back from the mail room. And a lot of you that are on campus, the distance from the mail room to Stonehenge. And I was carrying it, and I think he was outside or inside doing something, either teaching a class or on lunch break. He's like, I cannot stop. He's like, I cannot witness this and not do anything. Mm-hmm. He comes walking out. I was like, here, let me have that. Guys, he's like, how much was this? And I'm like, $1,000, $300. He's like, yeah, I got this. He came all the way up here and he dropped it off. He's like, you're all good plugging in, send up. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right.
Oh my gosh. That's too funny.
And I'm like, oh man, what an OG. Giving him a little shout out. Hey, there's a Meeson meeting tonight, which is pretty cool. I think I'm going to go do that tonight. So that'd be fun.
There you go.
Yay. Why not stick my toes into live sound now?
Right.
Yeah. Keep the music production thing going, of course.
Always.
A lot of you guys are asking me about new music from Madhouse. I'm going to get to that. It's a very simple answer. I've been really lazy. I've been really, really lazy. I don't want that. No, thank you, ma'am.
No, thank you, ma'am.
We were supposed to do Bands and Bands. Speaking of that, we were supposed to do Bands and Bands, but Emily has to move her apartment again. So we are on this coming Saturday. You all good there, Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
the typhoon?
Did the boss take a toss?
Yeah, the typhoon me.
You should have done that right in the.
Oh, ASMR.
Well, it's not ASMR.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It's making noise. Yeah, this is classic.
Oh, did you hear that?
All you have to do is whisper before you do it. Be like,
here we go.
I have a typhoon. And then you would go like this. And it is creamy frostbite.
Oh my God, this is great. Like.
And that's the vape. I hope you enjoyed this ASMR. And that's what it was.
She did not just do that.
That's what ASMR is.
All right.
You just gotta clink.
I thought Emily.
You gotta clink things and make noises.
And I thought Emily was crazy. All right.
That's how the ASMR videos
It's a great
go.
way. No, you're good.
That's how they be going.
That's a good. It do be like that.
I just can't handle the food ones.
No, oh my God. That
right. One's too much.
Too much of anything is too much. Too much of love can be. Oh, I kind of want to do a cover right now.
Okay.
What do you think?
Wherever your vibe is.
And then we'll get to the record. Guys, we're going to do this. Impromptu. All-time low. That's what we're going to do. So that is fair. I'm going to fix my mic. Oh, yeah. That is beautiful sounding. Here we go.
Yeah,
Hey,
that sounds really good.
Hey, checkaroonie. All right. What do you guys think of my sound check skills?
I like the tick, tick, boom.
Tick, 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 boom. Or, Maddie. Maddie goes, she goes, and you guys know Maddie Gagne, by the way. Keep in mind, and don't get that confused with Maddie House, because again, it's no longer Maddie House, it's Matt House. Stay tuned. Guys, I'm not going to hide shit. I'm really stoned right now. We're good. We're vibing. Hey, if you're tuning in, hell yeah. Here we go, guys. Sleeping In by, of course, All Time Low. Right here. It's an acoustic. I woke up on a Tuesday. Felt like a Friday night to me. Never want to leave this bed. Tell me what you got, nowhere to be. You would say all day. Lay low in our lazy luxury. Sex around 8 days. All day, it's a real good thing. Just like that. There you go, making it hard to stay on track. We got shit to do, you got work, but we fall right back. In the bed like it's hardest again, but we can't help that. No, we can't help that. So we fall right back, just like that. If I said I want your body, would you hold it against me? 7 in the morning, wanna listen to break. Anything you wanna, baby, that's okay with me now. White collar work now, turning on my phone when you take off your shirt now. Waste another day, another night, another weekend. We don't sleep, but we like sleeping in. Get the hands up, waving side to side. Today's a holiday. We stay out when it's cold outside, you know. Haven't left the face in days. Postmates and dirty laundry, just like that. Woo! They go making it hard to stay on track. We got shit to do, you got work, but we fall right back.
Yeah, DJ, drop that needle. 3, 2, 1.
It's a show that takes you on a musical journey from the old golden days of radio to the current. This is Vinyl in Your Pocket with Alec Wolf and Ava Conklin. For more information and to get involved with the broadcast, go to facebook.com/vinylinyourpocket or visit instagram.com/vinylinyourpocket. And now, dropping the needle and spinning the turntables, here are your hosts, Alec Wolf and Ava Conklin. Hey, I'm Ava Conklin. I hope you all are well and doing great on this Wednesday evening as we come live to you for this edition of Vinyl in Your Pocket. This is going to be a really fun show as we get ready to play some Florence and the Machine and their debut album titled Lungs. Coming up, we'll get into next week's Vinyl in Your Pocket and what you can expect. Plus, we'll get into some future episodes that you can be looking forward to as well. Plus, Alec has a recap from his Two Friends concert that he got back from last week, so he'll talk about that as well. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's waste no time. Let's start spinning and get into some facts for Florence and the Machine. All right, so Lungs is the debut studio album by English indie rock band Florence and the Machine, released on July 3rd, 2009 by Island Records. After working on various projects, Florence Welch formed a band which included Robert Ackroyd, Chris Hayden, Mark Saunders, Tom Monger, and former collaborator Isabella Summers. The album features production from James Ford, Paul Epworth, Stephen Mackey, E.G. White, and Charlie Hugel, with additional production by band member Isabella Summers. The album has been reissued several times, an expanded version titled Between Two Lungs 2010, a digital EP subtitled The B-Sides 2011, and a 10th anniversary edition 2019. Lungs received generally positive reviews from music critics, with Welch drawing comparisons to the likes of Kate Bush and Fiona Apple. It appeared on several year-end critics' lists in late 2009. The album won the award for British Album of the Year at the Brit Awards. Commercially, Lungs reached number 1 in Poland and the United Kingdom and number 14 in the US Billboard 200, selling over 3 million copies worldwide. The album was supported by 6 singles, all of which were supplemented by accompanying music videos. Kiss with a Fist peaked at 51 in the United Kingdom, while Dog Days Are Over and Rabbit Heart, Raise It Up also charted in Australia and Belgium. 3 further singles followed the release of the album: Drumming Song, a cover of the song You've Got the Love, and Cosmic Love. Their cover of The Source and Candy Staton song became the group's first top 10 entry. To promote the album, Florence and the Machine embarked on the Lungs Tour between 2008 and 2011. A live album from this concert was released in 2010, titled Live at the Wiltern. Now, with that being said, here's the first track, which is one of the album's lead singles. It's Dog Days Are Over. I'm Ava Conklin alongside Alec Wolf. Thanks for tuning in to Vinyl in Your Pocket.
Happiness hit her like a train on a track, coming towards her, stuck still, no turning back. She hid around corners and she hid under bed. She killed it with kisses, and from it she fled. With every bubble she sank with a drink and washed it away down the kitchen sink. The dog days are over, the dog days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father. Run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your lovely behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. The dog days are over, the dog days are done. Can you hear the horses? 'Cause we are like except everything you had and what was left after that too. Oh. Happiness, I hit her like a bullet in the struck my heart, great heights, by someone who should have known better. The dog days are over, the dog days are done.
This is the Wolf Den Network. Here's what's happening.
I'm back. Did you guys miss me? All right. So, it is good to be back in studio. I have to say, last week was a lot of fun. It was really, really fun. By the way, I don't know if you guys got a chance to check out the London Girl episode, which was taken from Ava's playlist, I should say. It was a London Girl. It was called London Girl. It's her playlist there on Spotify. If you haven't checked that episode out, go and check that one out. There's a really cool variety of music. You know, and I've said this so many times, when it comes to Ava, she is just widely, how do I explain it? Ava is just, she's made for radio. She was made for radio. She just has such a wide variety of music, and it's great. It's really amazing. I cannot say enough great things about her and her music taste. So we have some new listeners tuning in tonight. So first of all, welcome. Second of all, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Feel free to text in 802-582-1050. Feel free to text in that way. Feel free to reach out to me via Messenger if you have me on Messenger as well. This album is just a really great album. And I will say, it's almost kind of like the Mac Miller incident, because when I first heard Mac Miller, right, I was familiar with his feature work. And then when Ava let me borrow her swimming album, that was my true introduction to his solo work. And it's kind of the same thing here tonight, which is pretty interesting, actually, because, you know, I was familiar with Florence and the Machine. I've listened to their song, you know, Shake It Out. And that's like her feature work that she did with Calvin Harris. But I was never really familiar with any of the albums. So I have to, it's kind of interesting that this is happening. And I have to, of course, give a shout out to our good friend, Emily Beckett, for lending this record for tonight's show. If you tuned into the Bants and Bands podcast, our last episode, you will know that that's what we played a little. Actually, I don't think we played. I think we just did Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter. But we did give this one a little bit of a spin when we were just hanging out, and it's a really great album. So I hope you guys that are tuning in live will enjoy this. And I hope that for those of you that tune into the podcast, we'll go and check this album out after. Because it's a really great album. Now, I have to say, talking about the jacket, the inner sleeve here, it's beautiful, and it's a really like glossy feel to it. It's really nice. You know, it's amazing. Even like the outer jacket here, is just, it's, somebody takes really good care of their records. And it's funny because I gave Emily my old Victrola record crate, and she has a good amount of records. She's got herself a little collection going. So good on you, Emily. I'm proud of that. It's great. It's amazing. So, oh man, wow. So we've got a lot to get to, as Ava had mentioned. We're going to get into, of course, next week. And here's what I'm going to say. If you guys love Mac Miller, tune in. If you've never listened to Mac Miller, let this be your introduction to Mac Miller. Really, and let me just say this on Mac Miller talk for a second. Nothing against swimming, but I feel like I've listened to The Divine Feminine a couple of times now because I have it on vinyl. I feel like if you're going to get introduced to Mac Miller, I feel like the way you need to go is listen to Divine Feminine. That's a tongue twister now that I think about it. You listen to the Divine Feminine first, and then you listen to Swimming, then you listen to Circles, then you listen to his newest one that they just dropped, that his estate dropped, Bloonerism. I feel like that's just a way to go. Or you just go back and listen to episode, what was it, 71 and 72? I think it was, for the Mac Miller series that we did. Go and check those out too. But yeah, I'm glad I got into Mac Miller. I am glad that I said hi the second time Ava said hi to me. Because my music genre has opened up so much. And you guys that have been with me since day one, really since day one of the station, you will know that my music taste was just, all time low, all Mayday Parade, and, a couple of other bands here and there. But I remember being such a stick in the mud when it came to music. And just, people would go to show me a song and I'd be like, I don't want to listen to that new song, because I was just like, I'd give the song like 30, 40 seconds, and then I'd go away from it, or I'd listen to it and I'd act like I liked it. But now I take a whole different approach to it. And I think that's the thing when it comes to music, is you just got to have an open mind when it comes to listening to music, and just let it take you. Because music has such a great way of telling a story. We meet people for a reason, and everybody that we meet in life has a purpose. So there's that for you guys. So we are going to get to some more tunes here off of this record. This one's interesting. There's 13 tracks total on this album, and there's 6 songs on this side, and then there's 7 songs on the other side. Again, I've never seen a record. Usually when you see a record, you would think it would be, a lot of times records are split up evenly. There's 6 songs on one side, 6 songs on the other. But that's the thing that I'm really getting to notice here when it comes to records. It's a really cool thing that is just amazing. So anyway, let's get back to some more tunes. Coming up in a bit here, we'll get some more facts from Ava, and we will continue rocking and rolling here. By the way, just a shout out to anybody else tuning in, that if you guys want to get in on the conversation, anything that I bring up, feel free to write in, and who knows, we'll just bring it up on the air as we go right here on a Wednesday evening. It's Vinyl in Your Pocket. I'm Alec Wolf alongside Ava Conklin.
Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father.
Hey, look at that. The song still continues. I thought the song was over. See, it fooled me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I don't know how the saying goes. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Seems you have to offer all. When will it ever be enough? Raise it up, it's not enough. Raise it up, Here I am, arriving is a gift. It comes with a price. Who is the lamb and who is the knight? Midas is king and he holds me so tight and turns me to gold in the sunlight. Raise it up, raise it up. Raise it up, raise it up. And in the spring, I shed my skin and it blows away with the changing wind. The water's turned from blue to red as towards the sky I offer it. This is a gift, it comes at a price. Who is the lamb and who is the knight? Midas is king and he holds me so tight and turns me to gold in the sunlight. This is a gift, it comes at a price. Who is the lamb and who is the knight? Midas is king and he holds me so tight and turns me to gold in the sunlight. This is a gift, it comes at a price. Who is the lamb and who is the knight? Midas is king and he holds me so tight and turns me to gold in the sunlight. This is a gift.
Raise it up right here on a Wednesday evening vinyl in your pocket. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show so far. You know, this is incredible because you know, musically, I have to say I love the harp in this. There's some harp in here. There's the way that the vocals are mixed are just amazing. And you know what I've noticed a lot when it comes to music from the UK? The UK is well known for having their famous reverb halls that they do. It's like if you listen to some of Adele's stuff, or if you listen to, you know, Amy Winehouse, there's a lot of reverb, a lot of the same reverb that they use, which is just, it seems to be the standard for a lot of music coming from the UK. And that's what I notice a lot, especially with these guys. You know, Florence and the Machine is just one of those bands that they're experimental, but they do it in a way that's just it's, you really don't know what to expect. It's really, really cool. It's really cool. And Florence, she just has that voice that really just commands a room. I know there's somebody that went and saw her a couple years ago, and they said that she's just amazing live. And I have no doubt that she's amazing. And what's really nice about this too, what I will say too, when it comes to just her vocals and her range, she's really good at just keeping you locked in with the lyrics. And it's like a soulful tune, just soulful voice, if you will. And it's really, really awesome. So I love that. So, you know, again, we're only 2 tracks in, and this is a really good listen so far. You know, I will say when we were playing it a couple weeks ago over at Emily's, I wasn't really paying attention to it, except for Dog Days. Dog Days, I kind of, you know, that song came on and I was like, oh, this is a really good tune. And then the rest of them I just kind of tuned out. But with this show, you kind of can and you kind of can't. It's one of those things. So there we go. Oh man. All right. So coming up next, we got more facts from Ava, and that is going to be exciting. And I just want to say, in case we have any new listeners, it's really cool what we're going to talk about coming up here in a few minutes, especially for next week. And I brought this up to actually a couple of people earlier today, and I'm going to bring this up in a couple of minutes because Ava will tease it coming up in a few minutes. And then we'll actually get into the topic coming up a few songs from now. But all I will say is get ready to kick some incredibly dope shit next week. Mac Miller fans, you know what I'm talking about. If you've never listened to Mac Miller, or you are not that familiar with KIDS, or if you just don't know what the acronym KIDS stands for, I think you'll be able to figure it out. Anyway, can you guys tell? Can you guys? I'm ready to roll for tonight. It's great. It's great. Why don't we spend a little time talking about Two Friends from last week? That was an incredible show. First of all, I love the arena, the MGM arena at right beside Fenway. It's a really, really nice arena. And they put on one hell of a killer show last week. It was everything people online were saying it was going to be. There was flames. They actually had some flames going. They had fog machines. They had confetti. It was incredible. And that was my first true rave. And I could not have asked to do it with two of my greatest friends from college, Nicole Mooney, and of course our good pal, Mr. DJ Andrew Grotsky. It was just a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do it again when they come back to Massachusetts, or perhaps another band or another artist. I think it's just a really, really fun experience. If you do love EDM music, if you love raves, you guys definitely should go check these guys out. It's a show you're definitely not going to forget for a long time. And they're called Two Friends because the backstory is they actually are two friends. And they're amazing. They know how to put on a killer show, and it's just amazing. It's amazing. Wow. Okay. And I'm glad we didn't have a show last week because I did not have a voice Thursday. Well, I had one, but it was on the verge of going Thursday. So I'm glad there was no shows last week. And we could have Ava do her thing, all that fun stuff. So pretty fun deal. So, all right. Let's get to some more tunes here. Coming up next, Ava joins us with some more facts and plenty more here to come here on Vinyl in Your Pocket. If there's anything that you want me to bring up during the show tonight, feel free to text in. If there's anything that any thought that you guys have while listening to the show, feel free to write it in. We'll talk about it right here on a Wednesday evening. Let's keep on spinning, folks.
I'm not calling you a liar. Just don't lie to me. I'm not calling you a thief. Just don't steal from me. I'm not calling you a ghost. Just stop haunting me. And I love you so much, I'm gonna let you kill me. There's a ghost in my lungs and it soars in my sleep. Wraps itself around my tongue as it softly speaks. Let it walk with my legs. Not to fall, to fall, to fall at your feet. Love and fall and grace and God go on. And when you kiss me, I am happy enough to die. I'm not calling you a liar. Just don't lie to me. And I love you so much, I'm gonna let you. I'm not calling you a thief. And when you kiss me, I am happy enough.
There is I'm Not Calling You a Liar here on Vinyl in Your Pocket. So coming up in a bit, we'll get into what is happening for next week. But for now, let's get into some more facts. So prior to recording Lungs, Florence Welch had considered or attempted several different projects in the music industry, including an interest in becoming a country singer, recording folk songs she had written, and collaborating with Razorlight's frontman Johnny Borrell. But ultimately, she was unsatisfied with those endeavors. Welch and Borrell wrote several songs together. In 2007, Welch fronted the hip-hop-influenced group Ashok, recording an early version of Kiss with a Fist titled Happy Slap for their debut studio album, Plans. It was not until Welch began writing and recording with childhood friend Isabella Summers at Antenna Studios in London that Welch crafted a sound she wanted to develop further. Distraught but also inspired from a recently failed relationship, Welch recorded with enthusiasm over skills, stating, "I'm quite glad I never learned to play the guitar, because I think I'd write songs that were more classically structured. As it is, I've had to create my own way of writing, which isn't typical. Everything's a big crescendo." For a brief while, Welch and Summers performed as a duo called Florence Robot is a Machine in small London venues. Over the coming months, Robert Ackroyd, guitar, backing vocals, Chris Hayden, drums, percussion, backing vocals, Mark Saunders, bass guitar, backing vocals, and Tom Monger, harp, were recruited to form a band renamed Florence and the Machine. In November 2008, Welch signed a recording contract with Island Records. Before recording the album, Welch spent a long time honing her sound while working with guitarists, intent on making it into something that was a wave of sound that would envelop, something that was soaring, slightly church-like. Coming up next, we'll get into what is happening for next week's show, as well as a new guest. But first, here's some more tunes. It's Florence and the Machine with Howl, right here on Vinyl in Your Pocket.
If you could only see the beast you made of me, I held it in, but now it seems you set it running free. Screaming in the dark, our heart when we're apart. Drag my teeth across your chest to taste your beating heart. My fingers caught your skin, try to take my way in. You are the moon that breaks the night for which I have to hard. My fingers caught your skin, try to take my way in. You are the moon that breaks the night for which I have to dress until I wrap myself inside your arms. I cannot erase the sense you tell me no. The ropes have been unbound. I hunt for you with bloody feet and cross the
All right. Wow. All right. So comparison time. You guys know I like to compare artists with artists. Already, I'm hearing a lot of Lana Del Rey in Florence and the Machine. Derek, my soon-to-be brother-in-law. Hey, man. I don't know if you ever listen to this show. I had to give him a shout out. He got me. He actually last year for Christmas, he ended up getting me. Him and my sister ended up getting me a Lana Del Rey record. It was Born to Die, and that's a really great album. And this album reminds me a lot of Lana Del Rey, except I will say this is more of like an alternative sound. Whereas Lana Del Rey, yeah, she's kind of in that category, but she's kind of more of a poppy type artist. But I think a lot of Lana Del Rey sound in this album, and I think there's a lot of influence here when it comes to these songs. And one thing I will say, the strings that are in here, they're hidden, but you can definitely tell that there's strings in here, and they're not overpowering. They're not, they're not too, they're right there. They sit in the mix really well. I don't know if you guys, for those of you that are tuning in live, listen with headphones. You might be able to pick it up. As far as, where the instruments are sitting in the mix. I know I can definitely pick it up here because we're, right here in studio and sitting here in front of a pair of speakers, but also wearing headphones. So definitely give this show, if you're tuning in live, give this show a listen through headphones when music is playing, because maybe you'll be able to pick up on different elements and stuff. And feel free to write in on what you guys are picking up, because there might be something that I'm not picking up on or something that you guys are picking up on, and that could start a great conversation. So, yeah, definitely give this a listen through headphones. So, all right, next week, guys. First and foremost, I do want to say I have had to start a second crate for records, because I've gotten to the point where my records are I'm needing 2 crates because I can't fit all my records into one crate anymore. So it's really cool because I redid this whole shelving unit here. I did have some stuff on it that I took some knickknacks off and put them over on my other shelf that I have over sitting on my dresser. But it's really cool because here up top, what I've got going on, I got one crate that's got a bunch of records, and then down below, I got another crate that's got a good amount of records. Now, I also did a little art project. I think this was last week I did this, but I was tired of trying to you guys, for those of you that have listened to the show, you know that there's a picture of Ava that is up on the shelf. It was up on the Gorillaz poster, and then it got moved to, it had its own little spot. But there's an extra record that I had that I didn't really care to listen to. I didn't really care for it. So, and I think I talked about this a while back, or I think Ava might have talked about it during one of these episodes. But doing art with your records, with an old record, it's exactly what we've done here. So actually, there's a thumbtack that I have that I put up on the shelf where I have something else hung. It's like a sun catcher that I got for Christmas from my mom. But also on that thumbtack, I took the record and I took some tape and I taped Ava's picture to the record. So Ava Conklin is literally on a vinyl record, which is pretty cool, honestly. It's very fitting. That would be a cool logo actually for vinyl in your pocket. Get a picture of me and Ava, and then get like a vinyl background that'd be a cool logo. But yeah, so Ava's picture is on a record. I just taped her picture to the record, and pretty cool. It's pretty sweet. So there you go, Ava. So that's one way of doing it. So it's the it's the Ava Conklin vinyl. Now I just got to put it back up. There you go. But it's cool because it's just kind of free. It's just kind of like floating there. It's kind of floating. Keep floating. I don't know if you guys picked up what I'm putting down, but there's a Mac Miller pun in there somewhere. Oh man. So I am pretty excited for next week. Because we are going to be doing another Mac Miller show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you tuned into episode 71, you will know that we touched a little bit on the album The Divine Feminine, which is his album that was released before Swimming. And so I ended up picking up that album a couple weeks ago, and that is the album we're going to be spinning next week. Really great tunes on that album. I've got some favorites. I'll talk about my favorites off that album next week. And we have a guest for next week's Vinyl in Your Pocket. And this is exciting because it's the second time that this has happened, as far as really any of Ava's music and you know, just how she introduced me to music. But Kylie is going to be on next week. Kylie Tracy is going to be on next week for this show. And this is actually really cool, actually, because you know that we've talked about in the past, we talked about, you know, Caitlin Long, how she was in Canada for a while and now she's back in Kentucky. I think she's still in Kentucky. I know she goes to and from Canada, but it's really cool because one of the things that Kylie was telling me is that she literally could walk to Canada if she wanted to, which is pretty impressive. And I don't know if it's in Vermont, but I think there's a library or something that is half in Canada and half in the US. I don't know if it's in Vermont, but it might be. I don't know. I'm curious. Kylie, if you're tuning in, do you have something like that? Do you have like a library or something that's halfway in Canada and then halfway in the US? I don't know, but I know somebody was telling me about that one time a few years back, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So you could literally, put one foot in the US and one foot in Canada. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But what's really cool about this is Kylie has never listened to Mac Miller, nor has Nikkei. And what's really awesome and just such a beautiful thing is the way that I was introduced to Mac Miller was because of Ava letting me borrow her Swimming record. The way that Kylie is going to be introduced to Mac Miller is by us playing a vinyl by Mac Miller. The way that Nikkei was introduced to Mac Miller was by us playing a record. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. I think, the one thing that I've learned from Ava is if there was a song or if there was an album she wanted you to listen to and she had it, she most likely would have let you borrow it on vinyl. Actually, not most likely. I shouldn't say most likely. I would say yes, because now that I say that, I'm thinking about the time when she let me borrow her Bob Marley Legend album, because now I'm thinking about it. When I had asked to borrow another one of her records, just exploring her music taste and stuff. She had asked me if I've, listened to a Bob Marley album before. And I had said, no, I've never really listened to a Bob Marley album. And she had brought up her album Legend by Bob Marley, which is his greatest hits album. And so that was my introduction to Bob Marley because of Ava letting me borrow Legend. So I think it's just such a cool thing that in a way we're continuing, something that Ava absolutely loved. Oh my goodness, I just got chills, guys. It's amazing that we're continuing to do stuff like this. And if there's anything that Ava would have wanted, it is this right here, guaranteed. It's funny because I'll be, when I'm putting the show together, putting Ava's scripts together, or if I'm just, listening to music, I will have these moments of realization that I just didn't think about, that I didn't have before. Because again, I'm looking at music in a whole different perspective. I'm looking at life in a different perspective. And goddamn, Ava, I mean, I am just inspired every single time I do this show, week in and week out. It is just amazing. Guys, as I've said before, say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody that you meet. Don't just walk by. Don't just say hi and walk by like I did. It's, again, fate has a very interesting way of working out. And I am glad. I am forever grateful that I stopped the second time and had a conversation. Because I would probably still be stuck on listening to All Time Low and Mayday Parade. And I would not be listening to a lot of the music that I listen to now. So it's incredible. It's incredible. So, yeah. By the way, Matt Conklin, what up, my guy? He's been very vocal the past couple of days as far as Vinyl in Your Pocket. We're going to be getting into a show in 2 weeks, which is going to feature another one of Ava's playlists. So that's going to be really exciting. We'll talk about that coming up in a bit here as well. If you guys like films and you guys like, better yet, if you guys like 80s tunes, check it out. Check it out. So it's going to be a fun show as well. You know what? Let's get you ready for the Mac Miller show. Why don't we play a song off of The Divine Feminine? Now, I was going to pull out the record, but that would mean I would lose my spot here on the turntable. So I don't want to do that. But luckily, I've got everything here in digital. And we're just going to pull it here from Ava's playlist. I've created a playlist on the computer here that has all of Ava's tunes. So we're just going to open that up here. And we're going to go from there. So let's do something here off of Divine Feminine. This song that we're going to play is a banger. This is a song that you turn up anytime it's on. We'll get you ready for next week's Vinyl in Your Pocket. Here's a little Mac Miller and Dang as we preview next week's Vinyl in Your Pocket for the Divine Feminine. I wonder how many times I'm going to say that and get tongue-tied next week. But anyway, right here on a Wednesday evening, right here on the Wolf Den Network, and of course, all podcast platforms. For all you Mac Miller fans, Ava, thank you, my friend, for getting me into this. Let's jam.
I can't keep on losing you over complications. Gone too soon. Wait, we was just hanging. I can't seem to hold on to. Dang. The people that know me best, the key that I won't forget. Too soon, I can't keep on losing you. I can't keep on losing you.
Yeah. How many mistakes do it take till you leave? When I'm left with my hand and my face all red and the face looking at you like,
Wait,
I know I ain't a saint if it ain't too late. Well,
I can't keep on
I
losing
run away
you.
so fast, but my heart like gold, but it break like glass. When my shit get old and I act so young, baby, you so cold, never had no son. You don't wanna grow up, yeah, the shit no fun. So when I get home, I'ma give you some, make you feel like wanna hit that drum. Yeah, the dick ain't free, I don't get no fucks. Yeah, it's complicated, got you frustrated. Get home late, you don't trust me, baby. You way too drunk, you don't know what I'm saying. You can drive my car, don't drive me crazy. Complicated, got you frustrated. Every single night I keep you waiting. You say you don't care, that's what you're saying. We both know that's some bullshit. Okay, we be fighting, we be reuniting. Kiss me, touch me, tease me, me excited. Got the devil who is so trying to get through to you because
I can't keep on losing you over complications. Gone too soon. Wait, we was just hanging. I can't seem to hold on to. Dang, the people that know me best, the key that I won't forget. Too soon, I can't keep on losing you.
Keep losing you. Can't 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 keep losing you.
well, you can't go away, girl, I'ma need you. Play your game that they might take it to an Ivy League school. Won't get Hall of Fame dick from a minor league dude. I see pussy, other people need food. Only got a little time, man, I ain't trying to spend it. Arguing about who ain't giving who attention. Tarting up the engine, need to reboot. I see pussy, other people need food. And I use every bone in my body. Keep on holding on to your trust. I know you don't want nothing to do with me, but just one more time, let's make love. One more time, it ain't much. Fuck them all to be us. Summer soft sweetness. Parlay drunk, you hang up. What a mess I made of. The sense I make none. It's complicated, keeping me up late. Can't concentrate, you're always on my brain. If you love me, why the fuck you come with pain? I just think that's some bullshit. Okay, it seemed inviting. Trust me, she's a titan. This week she like him. Next week they fighting. Need protection, all your dress is bulletproof. You safe with me, girl.
I can't keep on losing you.
Where the hell you going? Where you taking this trip to?
Wait,
Don't think to.
I can't keep on losing you.
Where the hell you going?
Wait,
Where the hell you going?
I can't keep on losing you over complications. Gone too soon. Wait, we was just hanging. I can't seem to hold on to. Dang, the people that know me best, the key that I won't forget. Too soon, I can't keep on losing you.
Keep losing you. Can't 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 keep losing you.
Oh, man. Guys, if you could see me right now, complete dance party up in here. This song slaps. So good. So good. Wow. That was fun. That's a preview for next week. That is a preview for next week. And I gotta say, Cinderella is also a good one too. It's another one off this album. But I will save my excitement for next week during the show. Oh man. That just means I gotta pick up Best Day Ever and a couple of other more Mac Miller albums, and then I'll have a good amount of his records. So exciting. Anyway. Man. Anyway, switching gears back to Florence and the Machine. Right here on a Wednesday evening. Let's get into some more tunes. Got 2 more tracks here off of this side. Here is some Florence and the Machine and one of their other singles off this album. It's Florence and the Machine and Kiss with a Fist right here on Vinyl in Your Pocket. Thanks for spinning with us.
You hit me once, I hit you back. You gave a kick, I gave a slap. You smashed a plate over my head, then I set fire to our bed. You hit me once, I hit you back. You gave a kick, I gave a slap. You smashed a plate over my head, then I set fire to our bed. Oh, my black eye casts no shadow. Your red eye sees no blame. Your slaps don't stick, your kicks don't hit, so we remain the same. Elastics, sweat drips, break the lock if it don't fit. A kick in the teeth is good for some. A kiss with a fist is better than none. Whoa, a kiss with a fist is better than none. I broke your jaw once before. I spilled your blood upon the floor. You broke my leg in return. So let's sit back and watch the bed burn. Blood sticks, sweat drips, break the lock if it don't fit. A kick in the teeth is good for some. A kiss with a fist is better than none. Whoa, a kiss with a fist is better than none. You hit me once, I hit you back. You gave a kick, I gave a slap. You smashed the plate over my head, then I set fire to our bed. Whoa. You hit me once, I hit you back. You gave a kick, I gave a slap. You smashed the plate over my head, then I set fire to our bed.
All right. So now that we're into the second half.
She told me not to step on the cracks. I told her not to fuss and relax. Pretty little thing stopped me in my tracks. But now she sleeps with one eye open. But that's the price she'll pay. I took a knife and cut out her arm. I took it home and washed it with and well, she's lucky that I didn't slip her smile. That's why she sleeps with one eye open. But that's the price she paid. I said, hey, girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my pie. I said, hey, girl with one eye, I'll cut your little heart out, 'cause you made me cry. I slip my hand under her skirt. I said, don't worry, oh, it's not gonna hurt. My reputation's kinda clouded with dirt. That's why I sleep with one eye open. But that's the price you pay. Girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my heart. I said, girl with one eye, I'll cut your little heart out, 'cause you made me cry. You made me cry. You made me I said, hey, girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my pie. I said, girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my pie. Girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers. Your little heart out, 'cause you made me cry.
All right. I love that tune right there. Let me just check and see what that one was here. Just check this out here. Don't mind the vinyl spinning for a second, guys. A little vinyl noise for you, which I tend to think that can be a little enjoyable, a little soothing. Just gonna pull up the track list if my phone will cooperate. All right, see what the song was here. All right, so that Girl with One Eye, that was the song we just played. That's got a nice little jazz feel to it. And again, completely different sound throughout this album. Of course, Kiss with a Fist, that is just 2000s alternative type right there, which is just amazing. Which is really, really cool. So, and of course, yeah, Girl with One Eye, that's like a bluesy, jazzy type tune, which is really cool. I love Kylie's response to the Mac Miller tune we just played. We played Dang. And I'm sure, I shouldn't say if she could, I'm sure she would be saying this. She'd be saying, dang, that's some good Mac Miller. It's funny because she just texted, guys. She's only heard one song from Mac Miller. And you want to know what she just said? I need some more Mac Miller. You've come to the right place, my friend. You've come to the right place. That is exciting. Only one song by Mac Miller, and you're already hooked. You're already hooked. I love it. I love it. Maybe at the end of the show we'll play another Mac Miller tune to end it off. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. I think we'll do that. I think that'll be a good way to end it. All right. So, hi-yo. Little peace sign. There you go. I'm going to flip this record. Now, the next song that we're going to play, this one's called, literally called The Drum Song. And it's a really good tune. It's a really good tune that I think it's just really shows the genre within this band, which is really impressive. And I don't know, I'm going back and listening to the bands that I used to listen to, and I'm noticing a lot more than I noticed before. So I don't know if that's just me noticing stuff that I haven't noticed before, or if that's just me being more open to music in general. I don't know, but that's just another thought that I had while listening to this album so far. I can't get over the glossiness of this album. It's so beautiful. It's really cool. By the way, speaking of the album and the glossiness of it, Ava will get into the artwork on this album as well. So that'll be pretty exciting as well. Now, actually, what's really cool about this album as well is, so it's called Lungs, and it's really cool because, you know, the first side is like in, and then the last side, or the next side is out. So it's like, you know, you're breathing in, breathing out. You guys get the metaphor there. I think that's a really cool thing. It's something that Emily had brought up when we listened to this album. It was a really cool thing that she brought up. So thanks, Emily, for bringing that up as well. Gives a good little talking point there. All right. So we will. I think the move is to play a Mac Miller song at the end of the show, but I won't say what song it is. I'm just gonna surprise all of you, and it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun tune by Mac Miller. Will it be off the Divine Feminine? I don't know. We're gonna find out. So anyway, let's do some more tunes. Speaking of Mac Miller, speaking of, I guess you could say, if we're talking about Mac Miller, we're talking about Ava Conklin too, because, you know, Ava liked Mac Miller. So there we go. So, man, I am feeling her presence big time tonight. So, Ava, what's up? Man, let's do this. Let's drop the needle. Here is some more Florence and the Machine and the drum song right here on a Wednesday evening. Thanks for spinning with us. Keep it rocking and rolling. Woo! Yes.
There's a drumming noise inside my head that starts when you're around. I swear you could hear it. It makes such an almighty sound. There's a drumming noise inside my head that throws me to the ground. I swear that you should hear it. It makes such an almighty sound. Lullaby silence, lullaby bells, sweeter than heaven and harder than hell. I ran to the tower when the church bells chime. I hope that they would clear my mind. They left it ringing in my ear, but that drum's still beating loud and clear. Lullaby silence, lullaby bells, sweeter than heaven and harder than hell. Lullaby silence, lullaby bells, sweeter than heaven and harder than hell. Lullaby silence, lullaby bells, sweeter than heaven and harder than hell. As I move my feet towards your body, I can hear this beat. It fills my head up and gets louder and louder. It fills my head up, it gets louder and louder. Onto the river and I straight out. I pray that the water will drown out the din. But as the water fills my mouth, it couldn't wash the echoes out. But as the water fills my mouth, it couldn't wash the echoes out. I swallow the sound and it swallows me whole. Till there's nothing left inside my soul. I'm empty as that beating drum. But
All right. So now that we're into the second half of the show, I hope you all are still with us out there and enjoying your evening or day whenever you're listening to this. So, Florence and the Machine recorded Lungs in the United Kingdom with 5 different producers: Paul Epworth, James Ford, Stephen Mackey, Edge White, and Charlie Hugel. Most of the songs on the album were mixed by Senzo Townshend. The album's sound is described as indie rock, indie pop, baroque pop, art rock, art pop, alternative rock, and soul, with influences of punk blues, electro rock, and garage rock. Now, before we spin some more tunes, I want to real quickly bring something up here. If you guys like our musicals that we've done in the past, you're going to want to be here on Wednesday the 26th, because we'll be playing one of my playlists titled 80s Films, which has some great tunes from popular movies that you may enjoy. So that show happens the following week after our Mac Miller show next week. And as always, if you want to be part of the show, feel free to get in touch and reach out. So with that out of the way, let's spin some more tunes. Here is Florence and the Machine with Between Two Lungs.
Between two lungs, it was released, the breath that carried me, the sigh that blew me forward. 'Cause it was drawn between two lungs. It was drawn between two lungs. It was drawn between two lungs. And my running feet could fly, each breath screaming, we are all too young to die. Between two lungs it was released, the breath that passed from you to me, the flew between us as we slept, the slip from your mouth into my regret. Between two lungs it was released, the breath that passed from you to me, the flew between us as we slept, the slip from your mouth into my regret. 'Cause it was drawn between two lungs. It was drawn between two lungs. Gone are the days of begging, the days of theft. No more gasping for breath. The air has filled me head to toe, and I can see the ground far below. I have this breath and I hold it tight, and I keep it in my chest
Wow. All right. So that's interesting one. It's almost like Dog Days there. Which here's what I'll say. I wish this album had that song first on this side. I think that would be kind of cool. Or even have this song on the end of the album. I think that would be a fitting way to really go full circle. The harp at the end, it's a really cool thing. You know, there's a lot of it's really interesting when you look at how the harp is done, and how that's really put together. Now, coming up in a few minutes, Ava will talk about the artwork, and as she's talking about the artwork, I'll hold up the album art, the album cover here as well for those of you guys watching. But I want to kind of go back to what I was talking about a few minutes ago with her picture and the vinyl record. But this here, I'm just gonna make sure this is not upside down. All right, so this is the vinyl record with Ava's picture in the center, that I threw together, all because I was bored and I couldn't sleep. So that is where, and of course you have the little, you know, it's a typical record, got the spindle there in the middle. But it's really cool because I, by mistake, when I went to tape her picture onto the record, I ended up getting a longer piece of tape than I needed, and then I ended up getting shorter pieces on the other side. But I did it in a way. There's like a marking when I got this picture printed. There's like a marking on the back that just naturally was there that I started to use to kind of help me rotate the picture. So that was kind of how I knew how to put it all together, so to speak, how to make it come together. There's a Beatles pun. So there you go. And Court, you guys know, in good old Ava Conklin fashion, I got to throw in some puns, especially if it's some Beatles puns or some Mac Miller puns, because dang, we're feeling good tonight. Hopefully you guys picked up on that Mac Miller pun. If you didn't, then I hope you don't have any hurt feelings. If so, then you're just gonna have to climb the ladders with us next week during the show. Oh, so many Mac Miller puns thrown in that sentence. I love it. I love it. And at the same time, while I'm holding Ava's picture on a vinyl, this is perfect. But I don't, guys. There's a song that Mac Miller has. It's called Perfecto. The lyrics go, "It ain't perfect, but I don't mind because it's worth it." Well, in this case, it's perfect, and I don't mind. So there we go. There we go. Man, count on Ava to bring out the good times. Let the good times roll. Oh man, can I do the trick of having it spin on my finger? Hold on, can I do it? Oh, it's teetering, guys. It's teetering. Yep. Hey, look, oh, guys, this is skill. This is skill right here. I got the vinyl record balancing. That is skill. Yes. Yes. Oh, man. So I'm going to put this back. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys can tell, but every time I bump the desk, it kind of bumps the turntable. I don't know what's going on with the shock mounts on the bottom of the turntable, but, you know, it's a thing, I guess. I'm going to put this back up. Hold on a minute. I don't know if I talked about this, too, when I first talked about her picture, but it's cool because I can rotate it while it's on the little thumbtack. Make Ava go for the spins. There's another Mac Miller pun. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, there we go. All right. Oh, no. Guys, At first I thought it fell, and I was like, oh no. All right. I'm having too much fun tonight. This is only a preview for next week. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. All right. So let's get back to some more tunes. And speaking of Ava, hey, look at that. Ava's got some more facts coming up next right here on Vinyl in Your Pocket. Oh yeah, I just want to mention, shout out to Matt Conklin for giving the idea, the suggestion for the 80s film show. That's a really cool idea. That's a really great idea. So shout out to you, man. That's going to be a lot of fun. Here's the thing. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous as hell for that show because I don't know. I know some of the songs, but I don't know what films they are too. But in good old, as Ava would say, we're not going to worry about it and we're just going to let it be. When we get to it, we're going to get to it and it's going to be fun either way. A lot of these shows, actually most of these shows are just winging it. That's really the gist of this show. So, all right. I'm just going to put there you go. All right. Here we go, guys. Vinyl in Your Pocket. Keep spinning with us. Coming up next, Ava's got some more facts. And that's a fact.
A falling star fell from your heart and landed in my arms. I screamed aloud as it tore through them, and now it's left me blind. The stars, the moon, they have all been blown out. You left me in the dark. No dawn, no day. I'm always in this twilight, in the shadow of your heart. And in the dark, I can hear your heartbeat. I try to find the song, but then it stopped, and I was in the darkness of darkness. I became the stars, the moon. They have all been blown out. You left me in the dark. No dawn, no day. I'm always in this twilight, in the shadow of your heart. I took the stars from Mars and then I made a map. I knew that somehow I could find my way back. Then I heard your heart beating. You were in the darkness too. So I stayed in the darkness with you. The stars, the moon, they have all been blown out. You left me in the dark. No dawn, no day. I'm always in this twilight, in the shadow of your heart.
There's Cosmic Love here on Vinyl in Your Pocket. Now talking about the artwork. The imagery of lungs, featuring a style derived from the anti-Donatello Brotherhood, was handled by two of Welch's friends, photographer Tom Beard and art director Tabitha Denholm, who are partners at the studio Partisan. Denholm also plays with the band's manager Mariette Nash in the DJ duo Queens of Noise. For the album cover, Denholm created a concept built around a pair of lungs worn visibly on Welch's chest. Welch's personal stylist Alden Johnson handled the wardrobe, an Emma Cook chain dress that was in a kind of 1920s style, while Orlando Weeks, an art student and frontman of the band The Maccabees, built the prosthetic lungs. So I'll get into the promotion and release for the album coming up next, but first up, it's My Boy Builds Coffin. I'm Ava Conklin.
My boy builds coffins with hammers and nails. He doesn't build ships, he has no use for sails. He doesn't make tables, dresses or chairs. He can't carve a whistle cause he just doesn't care. My boy builds coffins for the rich and the poor. Kings and queens have all knocked on his door. Beggars and liars, gypsies and thieves, they all come to him cause he's so eager to please. My boy builds coffins, he makes them all day, but it's not just for work and it isn't for play. He's made one for himself, one for me too. One of these days he'll make one for you, for you, for you. My brother's coffins, for better or worse. Some say it's a blessing, some say it's a curse. He fits them together in sunshine or rain. Each one is unique, no two are the same. My brother's coffins, and I think it's a shame that when each one's been made, you can see the end. He grabs everyone with love and with care. Then it's thrown in the ground, it just isn't fair. My mother's coffins, he makes them all day, but it's not just for work, and it isn't for play. He's made one for himself, one for me too, and one of these days he'll make one for you, for you. No walls can keep me protected. No sleep, nothing in between me and the rain. And you can't save me now. I'm in the grip of a hurricane. I'm gonna blow myself away. I'm going out. I'm gonna drink myself to death. And in the crowd, I see you with someone else. I brace myself, cause I know it's going to hurt. But I like to think at least things can't get any worse. no home. I don't want shelter, no calm. Nothing to keep me from the storm. And you can't hold me down, 'cause I belong to the hurricane. It's gonna blow this all away. I'm going out. I'm gonna drink myself to death. And in the crowd, I see you with someone else. I brace myself, 'cause I know it's gonna hurt. But I like to think that at least things can't get anywhere. Oh, that you see me, 'cause I'm staring at you. No matter when you look over, you look right through. Then you leave that side on my head. And I never felt so alive, so dead. I'm going out. I'm gonna drink myself to death. And in the crowd, I see you with someone else. I brace myself, 'cause I know it's gonna hurt. I'm going out. I'm going out. I'm gonna drink myself to death. And in the crowd, I see you with someone else. I brace myself, 'cause I know it's gonna hurt. I'm going out. I'm going out. I'm going
Hurricane Drunk There by Florence and the Machine. So let's talk about the release and promotion for this album. Florence and the Machine announced via their website on September 24th, 2010, that Lungs would be re-released on November 15th as a 2-disc package titled Between Two Lungs. The reissue features new sleeve art and liner notes by Welch and a 12-track bonus disc including live versions, remixes, Welch's mashup collaboration with Dizzy Rascal, You Got the Dirty Love, and Heavy in Your Arms, which was released as a single from the soundtrack to the Twilight Saga Eclipse from 2010. The live recordings are taken from the band's performance at the 2010 iTunes Festival, most of which were not previously available on the band's iTunes Festival London 2010 EP. On February 27, 2011, Lungs, the B-Sides, was released exclusively in the United States to digital music retailers such as the iTunes Store and Amazon MP3. This was followed by the release of a deluxe edition of Lungs in the US on April 26, 2011, featuring all 11 tracks from Lungs, the B-Sides, on a bonus disc to accompany the original 13-track album. On July 3, 2019, 10 years after the original release of the album, the band announced that a limited 10th anniversary edition was available for pre-order. It was released digitally on the 16th of August, with the LPs and cassettes released the same day. An exclusive box set was released on the 4th of October. The box set comprises the original LP, a second LP with 3 previously unreleased demo tracks, a rare acoustic version of My Boy Builds Coffins, a cover of the Beatles' Oh Darling, live at Abbey Road, and a number of B-sides and pie rarities. It also includes postcards and inserts showcasing previously unseen images from the Lungs era, chosen by Welch herself. So here is the second to last track for tonight. It's Florence and the Machine with Blinding.
Seems that I have been held in some dreaming state, a twist in the waking world, never quite awake. No kiss, no gentle word could wake me from this slumber. till I realized that it was you who held me under. Felt it in my fists and my feet and the hollows of my eyelids, shaking through my skull, through my spine and down through my ribs. No more dreaming of the dead as if death itself was undone. No more crawling like a crow for a boy, for a body in the garden. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love, so in love. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love, so in love. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love with the wrong word. And I could hear the thunder and see the lightning crash, and all around the world was waking. I never could go back, 'cause all the walls of dreaming, they were torn wide open. Finally see that the spell was broken, and all my bones began to shake. My eyes flew open, and all my bones began to shake. My eyes flew open. No more dreaming of the dead as if death itself was undone. No more crying like a crow for a boy, for a body in the garden. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love, so in love. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love, so in love. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love with the wrong word. No one searching up the circuit boards, sun up slipping through the hidden doors. No one stitching up your circuit board. No more dreaming of the dead as if death itself was undone. No more crawling like a crow for a boy, for a body in the garden. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love, so in love. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love, so in love. No more dreaming like a girl, so in love with the wrong word. Stitching up the circuit board, sun up slipping through the hidden doors. Snow White stitching up your circuit board, sun up slipping through the hidden doors.
All right. Wow. Wow. So I think that, I don't know if the 13th track is on this vinyl. It might be just 12. Nope, it is. What? Just back it up. All right. So I got to pick up this album myself. This is just a great album to just listen to and just relax to. There's some upbeat tunes, but there's also some really chill ones, such as Blinding. And I think Blinding is a really good chill one, as well as Kiss with a Fist. I think those two are my favorites off this album, and Dog Days. I like those. I like those are like my top 3 off this album. Yeah, and I love I also love Cosmic Love. Cosmic Love. What's really cool about Cosmic Love, and I'll say this about Cosmic Love, it's really cool because there's some, at the very end, there's like that twinkling of the harps, And I've said this all along during tonight's show, but there's so many like things done with the harps that is just really cool, especially with Cosmic Love. There's at the end there's the plucking of the harps where it makes you think of like twinkling stars in the night sky, and I think that's just it really sets the vibe for the song. And I think it's one of those things that it keeps you wanting more and more. um this is an album you could fall asleep to. I feel like Florence Welch just has that soothing voice you could fall asleep to. Um, so yeah, I think that's what I've got to say so far. We're gonna play one more track off this album, and then we got a request here for some Mac Miller, which has not happened since Hannah has been on the show. So we're doing something right tonight, I guess. But we'll get to that coming up in a few minutes. But here is the final track off of Lungs. And we're going to end with that. It's Florence and the Machine and Lover 2, I believe is what it's called. Just check this one last time. And make sure I get this right. Hold up. Phone is being obnoxious. When I want to pull up a track list, it doesn't want to work. And then when I don't want to pull it up, it pulls up. And I closed it out. I'm not going to pull it up, but Lover 2, I believe is what it's called. Or You Love Her. I don't know. It's something Lover, something like that. But with the last track here. But we're going to end it with that. I'll come back, give my final thoughts, and give a nice little intro to our little surprise Mac Miller tune. Right here on Vinyl in Your Pocket.
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you've got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems the going is just too rough, and things go wrong no matter what I do. It seems like life is just too much. But you've got the love I need to see me through. When food is gone, you are my daily need. Oh, when friends are gone, I know my Savior's love is real. You know it's real. You got the love. 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 Time after time, I think, oh Lord, what's the use? Time after time, I think it's just no good. 'Cause sooner or later in life, the things you love, you lose. But you've got the love I need to see me through. You got the love. 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 You got the Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you got the love I need to see me through.
All right. So that song there is called You've Got the Love. That's what it's called right there. So, wow. That is an amazing album. What an album. What an amazing album. Overall thoughts, definitely going to pick up this album for sure. 100%. I love that noise. When you pick up the needle off a turntable, oh, it's such a beautiful noise. Such a beautiful noise. So, overall thoughts, I'm definitely going to be picking up this album 100%. Such a great album. I don't know. I mean, just overall, it's just amazing. It's incredible. It's beautiful. So again, thanks to Emily Beckett for being, just in general, being you. And thanks for letting me borrow your record. You know, I've said this many times, you know, anytime somebody lets you borrow their record, you know, give it back in either better condition than you found it or the same condition that you got it. You know, that's what I always strive to do when I get a record loan on loan to me. So yeah, definitely. So here's what we're gonna do. In good old vinyl in your pocket fashion, and because I think Ava would so much approve of what we're about to do. I have, by the way, when I was talking about my record collection earlier and the two different crates I have here, the top section here is all devoted to Ava's music. So there's Mac Miller, there's Beatles, Gorillaz, so many stuff. That Barry Manilow, of course, got to have the Barry Manilow in there. If you've never listened to Barry Manilow, then that will be another show for somewhere down the road. No pun intended. Just kind of sift through the records here. I'm looking for a particular Mac Miller album that I dig. Now, I talked about this with a couple of listeners. Here it is. And the album I'm going to pick up here is the album Swimming. Now, this is an album that I talked about. I've talked about many times. This is an album that Ava let me borrow. This is not the exact one, obviously, because actually it's interesting because she has she had a double gatefold for Swimming, and it's interesting because this one is, it's not a double gatefold, but it's a single jacket. I put it in a outer jacket for protection to keep it nice and neat. So, guys, there's just something so cool about doing this, about just exchanging vinyls and picking up and going through records. I think it's just such a fun thing. So we are going to play something off of Swimming. This is the follow-up to the Divine Feminine. That did not just happen. So the record literally slipped out of the jacket, but I caught it. We're good. No vinyls were harmed in the making of this broadcast. So we're going to play something off of Swimming. This is the follow-up to the Divine Feminine, which we're going to be playing next week. So there is a song off this album that really, a lot of these songs, really this whole entire album just slaps. And again, as we talked about with Florence and the Machine, there's a lot of variety with Mac Miller, which is really exciting. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to queue up a track here. Let me just...
Bro, I had enough.
I'm trying to think what song we're on here. I think I gotta flip it. All right. Let's see here. We want the first side.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna play What's the Use, which is the third track here. All right, so this is the end of Hurt Feelings. What's the second track here off of Swimming?
Hurt Feelings.
All right, so this next song, this is called What's the Use? This is off of Swimming. Check it out, stream it, and get ready for next week's Vinyl in Your Pocket. We're going to play What's the Use? We'll come back. In the meantime, jam with me, rock with me. It's going to be a great time. And I'll come back and give final thoughts right here on Vinyl in Your Pocket. Right here, some Mac Miller for you. What's the use? Turn it up if you got headphones.
Hey, you can love it, you can leave it. This ain't nothing without it. Don't let them get you down. What if I don't need it? There's something about it that just freaks me out. I just want another minute with it. Fuck a little, what's the use? Never superficial, you won't know it when it hits you. Get a little sentimental when I'm off the juice. Yeah. Okay, we colder than the breeze, but the breeze ain't flowing like me, motherfucker, hold up. You don't need to hold up. Yeah. And I can show you how I seem, what it is, what it truly might be, nothing that you know of. You don't need to hold up. I'm so above and beyond. You take drugs and make it up, way up where we on. Space shuttle Elon. Time we don't waste much. Fuck when we wake up and I have her sang just like Celine Dion. Catch me if you can, but you'll never catch me. Damn. Whole lot of yes I am. All the way in with no exit plan. Already left and the jet don't land. Yeah, the time is ticking. Come take a ride. Get inside. It's highly different. I'm talking fly. Got a pilot with it. Can I ride my best? Why you tripping? Give me something that your eyes can witness. Ooh, too close. Hey, I don't understand why you're doing the most.
Guys, you're going to hear me go off. I know my Mac Miller.
You can love it, you can leave it. This ain't nothing without it. Don't let them get you down. What if I don't need it? There's something about it that just freaks me out. Yeah. I just want another minute with it. Fuck a little, what's the use? What's the use? Never superficial, you won't know it when it hits you. Get a little sentimental.
Y'all ready?
When I'm off the
Second
juice.
verse. Turn it up.
And I'ma give you what you came for. Yeah, should've worked too hard to have a clue who you are. Set the bar so far above par. We could parlay all day, grip long range with the yard. I know I should probably pray more, but you gotta love me. Cause I say the day spend money when I had nothing. Said it wasn't so funny. Made a promise to the homies, nobody go hungry. Look how far we came. So they throwing dirt on my name, but it never worried my brain. Heads turning like a hurricane, soaring to the sun, get him out of my shame. They don't get the picture, cut him out of that frame. Shit, I'm up 30,000 miles plus change. It's been a while, but I'm down till I'm out, and it is what it is till it ain't.
What up, Ava? Put 'em on, put 'em on, put 'em on, put 'em on. Yeah,
You can love it, you can leave it. You're staying nothing without it. Don't let them keep you down. What if I don't need it? There's something about it that just freaks me out. I just want another minute with it. Fuck a little, what's the use? What's the use? Never superficial, you won't know it when it hits you. Get a little sentimental when I'm off the juice.
You can love it. It just freaks me out.
Oh man. Guys, that was fun. That was a shit ton of fun. Wow. That's a preview for next week. I hope you guys are ready to go and ready to experience what's in store for next week. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. Yeah, that's a bit of swimming. We gave you a little bit of Divine Feminine earlier. Oh yeah, and for those of you watching video, got a little I know, I wouldn't call it cameo, but I had the picture of Ava there in the shot, hopefully doing a little spinorama almost in a way. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, that's what's the use off of swimming. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that little rap too. I had to go off. This is one of those songs that once you know the lyrics, you can't help but sing. Mac Miller is just that type of artist. So yeah, there you go. So with that being said, I say to you all, thank you so much as always for tuning in. Thank you so much to any of you that have been texting throughout the show. And Kylie, thanks for the Mac Miller request. That's amazing. That is incredible. We're gonna have a lot of fun next week, and I hope that after listening, this is your second show listening to Vinyl in Your Pocket. You listened to your first one, which was a Mac Miller show. You listen to the podcast, now you listen to a live show. So I hope you know what you're in store for. I hope you know what you're in store for, and that's that. To all of you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This episode will be out tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. as usual on all podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, and all of that fun stuff. Until next week, I say to you all, worry less, live more, live in the present, say hi to those you meet, even if it's a stranger, because you never know where life will take you. And as I always like to say, Ava is a perfect example of that. The little things make the biggest difference. And Ava is proof of that. I'll leave you with that. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you all next week for some Mac Miller and Divine Feminine. Take us out, Ava.
You've been spinning with Vinyl in Your Pocket, hosted by Alec Wolf and Ava Conklin. For more information or to get involved with future broadcasts and to feature a vinyl of your choosing, feel free to get in and follow us on Instagram at Vinyl in Your Pocket or Facebook.com/Vinyl in Your Pocket. Thanks for spinning and enjoying this week's episode.
Shit, I just thought of a Mac Miller pun and it totally lost that shit. Aha!
Dude, that was the aha from Kids, from Senior Skip Day.
Welcome back to Kids. We need to, can we end on some Mac Miller tonight? Is that what we need to do?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel that. Or should we do Bob Marley? I don't know. What should we do?
Maybe one Bob Marley, maybe one Mac Miller.
Oh, so she wants to keep this thing going. So do you want to? Okay, so what do we do here? So we're gonna do these two songs for Led Zeppelin. Come back on, play up Marley, and then come back on, play Mac Miller. Or, how are we gonna do this, yo?
All night.
Hannah, I am on your schedule, my friend. There, like I said, I am totally down for whatever.
Nice.
So, how do we want to do this?
Just get on with the Zeppelin, We'll figure it out. All
right. Hannah, I like your way of flow. This is great. This is beautiful. Hell yeah. All right. I feel like Ava agrees. All right. Let's do this. Here's some more Zeppelin for you. Coming up next, one more round of facts from Ava. I can't reach the final.
Going to California, the track we just played is a quiet acoustic number. It was written by Page and Plant about